Okay, so I got a quick tip video for you guys that I think I might help you set up your little tiny whips a little bit easier. I think, right now a lot of people aren't really aware of this feature in Betaflight, and it has to specifically do with the boards that have the SPI receivers. So these newer flight controllers have the receivers built in now that aren't connected via UART, but they're actually connected via the SPI bus, and that gives you a couple of advantages in that you don't need to use the bind button anymore to get the receiver to go into bind mode. You can actually now initiate all this within the command line in Betaflight configurator, so you don't have to mess with screwdrivers or something to poke at a button, or if a button breaks, whatever. You can initiate all this straight from this command line in Betaflight configurator. Currently this works with things, the boards like the Crazy Bee F3 Pro, the BeeBrain Lite. There's a couple others out there that have built-in SPI receivers. This is what this is going to work for. It's not going to work for ones that have receivers you're connected via the UARTs. That this video does not apply to those. But if you happen to have one of those boards with a built-in receiver like that, you can use the CLI commands here. Basically, you just go into Betaflight configurator, go into the CLI, and for anything earlier than Betaflight 4.0, you're going to type in FRSky_bind, and then that will put the receiver into bind mode. And then you can go to your transmitter, and then of course just hit the bind button in your transmitter, and then that will bind it to the receiver on the flight controller. If you have Betaflight 4.0 or later, you're going to use a different command. It's called bind_RX_SPI. And I'm not sure why they changed it in this version. I think it's because it also will work with other types of receiver protocols like FlySky, so they're going to be probably adding more down the road. This is why I think they changed the command from FRSkyBind to this. I think that's the reason why. But yeah, now if you happen to have this, and this is also going to be applicable to future flight controllers as well. They have future receivers built in, so hopefully this feature will remain in Betaflight, and you don't have to use the bind button anymore if you just plug it into your computer and use the command line in Betaflight configurator to basically get the receiver going to bind mode without using any buttons, which is great, I think. And I think it's a lot faster as well, since you're going to be plugging in the flight controller to your computer anyway to set it up, and then of course binding is just one other thing you're going to be doing in part of the setup process. So you can just go ahead and just do that from the command line, and it's really easy. So hopefully you found this tip helpful. Let me know if you have any comments or questions down below, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video.